Good afternoon, guys. Welcome. Looks like we got one person in here, so I'm in here just working on these lasts, doing some last work. Just Vibes. What's going on? Hello. Jolt. What's going on, Jolt? He does. Ruben, welcome. Yeah, this is a last. This is what we use to make the custom boots. This is what they go. This is the shape they get mounted on. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Fun boy, yo. And so this is we're modifying it to the customer's measurements. And, but I'm gonna have to go down to the grinder over there. And I was trying to see about getting, cause that machine gets loud. So now we just have to skive it a little bit, get it in there. We already got 17 people on here. Wow, that's awesome. I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello. Showing you a little bit about what we do here at Manny's. I'm getting these lasts ready for this customer. Looks like I still got to add just a tad bit. So let me see if I can flip the camera without doing too much. All right, so this is the last. So you see this is the foot tracing. And so what I gotta do is I gotta take these measurements and I have to transfer them to this last. So roughly this is where it's at. And you can see I've added because initially, I'll show you on this right one here. Let me see if I can put you on my neck. Maybe we guys can help me out with some gifts and stuff like that and we can afford to have the proper equipment. Hang on, let me put you around my neck. Let's see. Give me a second. All right. Hang on. Let's see, sorry. Boom, buddy. All right, maybe this is work a little better. All right, can you guys hear me okay? It's not too crazy. So now that I got my hands freed up, let me modify this thing a little bit. So what I'm calculating, let me get the other last. All right, so this is a boot last, right? This one I've already started modifying it, adding it where I needed it. On this particular last on this end, if I set it where I need it, right, you really can't see it very well. Hang on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the goal with these lasts, right, is so that you see these red marks here. There's a red mark there, and then there's a red mark here on this side, right? You see that red mark? What I have to do is I have to add leather like I'm doing here on this last to get the measurements that we took of the customer. That way, when we build the last like this one, this is another last that we built for another customer, it looks like this. And you can see where we've added it and we've sealed it in. You can see all the leather we added to that big toe there. Because when we make the boots measuring from the ball to the heel. So I don't know if that's interesting or not, but this is a vintage last right here. On some of them you can actually see, you can see what year they were made, but this one you can't. This is another example up here. Looks like we got 17 people on there, so you see this one, how we've added it. This one looks like this because we haven't seen it yet, and I hope it's 4:13, so I hope she's not coming in the store. If she is, I'm gonna have to set you down. Yep, she's coming in here. Hey guys, I've got a customer coming in real quick. I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna go talk to this customer. I'm gonna set you back down on the stand right here for just a minute. We are closed, but it's an elderly lady, so I'm gonna go make sure she gets taken care of, and I'll have the door locked. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna put you in here. Give me 1 second. When do you need these shoes back? When do you need them back?
Oh, as soon as you do it.
You don't need it for Thanksgiving, do you?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here.
No.
Nobody told me.
You caught me.
Nobody told me we had a place. I live out from Potluck toward Thomaston.
Okay. Yeah, I live in Rutherford too. Give me your first name.
Mary,
And your last
the
name?
last is Shepherd, and mine is both E's, S-H-E-P-E-H-E-R-D.
What's your good phone number?
478-494-1247.
You need a cash card.
Excuse me.
You need a cash card.
Oh. Like, how much are they gonna need?
It's 25 for the pair.
Okay. I probably put on card, but
Okay.
I ain't found it. I don't usually keep much cash. I know I've got some in here.
Would it be easy for you to write me a check?
I'm gonna come up with some cash.
Okay. That's fine too.
Yeah. So just get some for the holidays. Let's see, let's take this on my head here.
Says now.
Do you use American Express?
Yes, ma'am. I usually tell people if they've got money, I'll take it. You need a receipt?
I would like to. So you live on the Buckle side of the county?
Yeah, I actually live. I live south of 19 or south.
Of Buckle.
That's your receipt.
Thank you so much. And when should I expect to pick them up?
And then next week sometime before you. I'd say I'd have it done sooner for you, but I don't see Thanksgiving coming up. I don't want you to be in a rush or anything like that, so.
No, since I waited this long.
we'll get
But I do like them and they do feel
Yeah, they're doing good. That's what I was flexing for, making sure the sold was right around us. So they're still good.
they should be.
If you would have came early today, I'd have guys try to do it for you today.
My goodness, I just didn't know about you till about an hour ago.
No, you're fine.
But that'll be fine, I'll pick them up after Thanksgiving.
That'll work.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm glad you were willing to let me in.
Oh, no, yeah, I saw you come in and I was like, I was recording a video for YouTube, so let me out. Looks like you're coming in, so. I can go for it.
Well, I'm glad to get that off my list.
There you go. Hey,
Have a
yes.
nice Thanksgiving.
Yes, ma'am. You also have a happy Thanksgiving, all right? Hey guys. Hey, thank you for the gifts. Dopey saying happy. He's saying happy poo. Yeah, I had an older lady come in, and I guess she didn't realize what time we closed our storefront. So, but I'm not gonna. I mean, she drove to here, so I'm not gonna send her off. So now that we're back here, let's get this situated. All right, so what were we talking about? Okay, so you see these lines right here. Wilt, yeah, buddy. So these lines right here, that's what we got to cover up. So you see this last right here is an 11.5 AAA. If you buy boots off the shelf, you're not going to get a AAA. You're not even going to get a B width anymore. Most common widths, if you're getting boots off the shelf, like those right there, you're going to get them in a size D or double E. Very rarely are you going to find a pair of boots that is a narrower size. I think my dog wants. Is that water? You want some water, Bubba? My dog wants some water. That's Jack. Hey, buddy. You want some water, buddy? All right, get yourself. Come on. Let's get the dog some water. This is our dirty sink where we do all the cleaning and whatnot, so it's nasty in here. All right. There you go, Bubba. No, not a mannequin. This is what they call a last. So this is what we do. So when we make the boots like this, so these are the boots. I'm a boot maker, we make the boots. And what I'm making is, if you can look here on the wall, let me get this thing off my. You see all these lasts kind of similar to the ones I'm working on the table. These are already done, but then we take these boots and we mount them to that so that we can get them finished for the customer. So that's what we're doing. You know, correct. Different sizes. Yes, and sometimes you'd be surprised. Sometimes I get customers who we make boots for that are different sizes completely. Sometimes they'll have, like this one says 11.5A. This one might be like a 10.5A as well. And so, but here you can see I've already started modifying this one. Usually I want to modify one completely before I start on the other one, but I just wanted to show you guys the process here, because a lot of people that you see online, nobody's going to show you this. And I don't know if you can see it, but that's the red line right there. So that means from here, El de los Tigres, Jolt. When you form the last around the customer's foot, what happens when it's done? It stays done. So typically what I'll do is, like, once it's done like this, we'll write the customer's name on the bottom. So, because I mean, not everybody's going to come and get boots made over and over again. But I do have a lot of customers that have ordered multiples. So once we dial in your size, it's easier for me to build you another pair of boots. But we keep them. The customer doesn't get these. We keep them because if the customer doesn't come back, I can just use them on a different customer. So that's the other mark. So we got to add enough leather here to give us that measurement. And this one should really come a little bit further out this way. Like that. See? So now maybe you can see it now. See that? So we gotta put leather to cover that little area right there. So because the outside mark is me holding the pin outside the foot, like this. The red mark you see here is It's the part of the foot that's actually touching the ground, touching the floor. Joel, yeah, similar. Jimmy Dean, actually, if I'm being honest with you, I don't. Luckily, we do all this without taking people's socks off. No, I'm not really, I don't really like feet, but as somebody that makes custom boots for customers, and I have to actually understand what the feet are, how they work, where all the joints are, all the bones. So it's not really that I like feet. It's just that I love making boots. And if I'm going to make boots that are worth the money and that fit, I'm going to have to study the foot and making sure that I know where the bones are and stuff like that. So, Austin, right? Yeah, I mean, stuff like that don't really bother me. It's social media. I don't, I mean, I can't really get too crazy with it, you know? Que extravagante. Pues hay varios materiales. El come hormigas. Jack. Buddy, you're not supposed to be eating my hat, little turd head. No. Get your toy, little turd bag. Man. Austin. Yeah, I mean, it's to be expected. You know, I've realized that a lot of these people who act like this on social media, 90% of them can't even hold a hammer upright. So I can't work with this thing on my chest. I have to take it off because I'm trying to watch the screen and it's covering the rest of my thing. So let me go like this. Let me just put this. Let me flip it back because I've got to take it into the other room up there to. So sí, pero obvio que era pre-ban, entonces significa que era piel que ya. Go get your toy. Stop finding all this crap to chew on. You got plenty of toys right here. Hey, Ben, thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. I think my dog needs to go out, so I'm going to walk him outside real quick for just a minute. He's been being a little turd head, trying to pick everything up he can find. Hang on one second. Usually when he does that, that means he needs to go outside. So normally he's a good boy, but I think he kind of gets a little anxious. But I appreciate the gifts, man. That's awesome. We got 3 people on here so far. So if you guys are a little patient with me, I'll do my best to show you as much as I can. One thing I hate is the dogs. Sit, Jack. Sit. Down. Good boy. Sit up. Sit up. Good boy. All right, come on. Go poop. Go poop. Go do something. Come on. I guess you need some lemon. But I appreciate the gifts, guys. I know dog needed to come outside, I guess, for a little bit. He gets tired of being up there in the in the shop. Where are you guys coming in from? Jack, you need to go use the bathroom, buddy. We got to go back inside and finish. Where are you guys watching from? I'm always curious. I've noticed, depending on the day, whether it's morning or afternoon, I've got people from all over the world. Usually, if it's early in the morning, I've noticed I get a lot of people from overseas in the lives. Usually in the afternoon, I started getting kids from that go to school, and then as it gets in further into the afternoon, like 3-4 o'clock, I start getting people from the U.S. But we also get on TikTok too. But TikTok is crazy, man. They'll ban you for no reason. Yeah, his name is Jack, right, Jack? Yeah, he's a good dog. Virginia. Yeah, my brother-in-law lives in Virginia. We'll be up in Virginia. We'll be up in Chester, Virginia in, I think, February for the Super Bowl. We go, if, everything goes well. South Africa. See, I told you. South Africa. But I guess a lot of it just depends on what time it is, what places. So it is 4:30 here right now, so I probably, and it's holiday week. All right, Jack, I guess you ain't doing nothing. Come on. You can have a stick. You get your stick? Yeah, he brought a stick. All right, so I guess let me bring my stuff over here. We'll work out here for now. I need to get this done. Let's see. Yeah, because I got to sand all this. Thanks for that. Yes. Jay Black, thank you so much for the comment. Crystal Lakers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way here, and we'll get on, because I need these measurements. See who that was. I got an email. But I appreciate the support. I really like, because I want to do content that, you guys want to watch. Interesting stuff. We stay so busy that I really need to, I may have to back off on all this content, man. Because I don't get paid to do any of this stuff, by the way. Sometimes y'all send me some gifts, but if they're not over a certain amount, I don't get paid. So it is what it is. It is what it is, family. But I appreciate the support, I really do. All right. Need a flat surface. Boosted, boys. I don't know. My name is Manny, for Manny's Boots. All right, let me get this right here. Hit the stand up. Well, actually, you get to watch me grind this down a little bit. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the sound. If you're watching this, go ahead and cover your ears, because it's going to get loud. for all that movement, guys. Hopefully y'all are not motion sick. So basically that's what we got now. You can see where we've added to kind of give us a little bit more room right there for the red little bone on the bottom. You know, I came over here and didn't bring anything. Nothing. All right. Man, looks like we still got to do some more. Almost. Now I got to see if we can get the measurements. So let me get a pen. All right, and I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, so again, I appreciate the support. I don't know if that's going to be a good view or not. Maybe you can see it. So you see this red line, right? So basically what I got to do is I got to take this last, and I've got to almost mirror this line right here, because this particular customer has got a little bone right there protruding out. And so we've got to make sure we get that covered up here for them. So we got to line our last up, get our mark situated. Let's see. And it's almost there. I mean, really now what's going to make the big difference, see, because if I go like this, it's covered up. So that's not too bad. See, because that's right there. So that's not too bad now. Now the only difference now, which again, I forgot to grab it, is going to be making sure that we get the measurements, right? So if you look down again here, see those measurements? We got to get these measurements. We got to get those measurements on the last. Let me go get my tape and we'll measure. We got 7 people on here, 10 likes, 11 rubies. Awesome. All right, so I need to check. So we got the ball, straight ball, the waist, long heel measurement, and then circumference around it, the instep, and the short heel measurement. All right, so I need a little more on this side, but I don't need it on here. It's only 1/8 of an inch difference, but let me. See, that's perfect right there. Let's do the waist. Waist. Okay, perfect. And we'll just keep doing this until we add and take away. Perfect. Okay. All right, this one we're still a little bit off. Okay, so based on those measurements, I still have to add more to the top here, but I'm gonna add it to the kind of the side here. Let me see. What you got, Jack? He gets bored. So, so we got that. So we'll, I think we're at a good stopping point for today on this particular last. So we'll finish this out in the morning. I'm gonna be here early in the morning, finishing some of this stuff out. We got other stuff we got to finish as well. So. Zero Cooling Ninja. Hey, I appreciate that. Appreciate the support, but I'm fixing to cut it out. Fixing to be done for today. We've been on like 3 different lives today. So we'll be back at it again tomorrow. So if you're, if you want to look us up, which I don't know, I might do my, well, it just depends. What are your thoughts on it? For those of you that watch stuff, because I mean, I get on TikTok and some other social media platforms, but TikTok, if I send them away for whatever reason or recommend something different they don't like, they'll just get rid of. They'll restrict my live. So I don't know, but I appreciate you guys. We've been on here for 36, 37 minutes. I appreciate you guys for hopping on here. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much for the gifts, the super chats. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna get off of here. I got 1 or 2 things to do, and then I will see you guys on the next video, hopefully. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It means a lot, and we'll see you on the next one. Valley Fog, thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, we'll see you guys on the next one, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Thanksgiving, so I don't know what's going on. Bye.